Hi everyone, my name is Yvonne Princess Shabangu. You're welcome to my YouTube channel. You're welcome to like, subscribe, share, and comment. I'm sure you've been wondering why you haven't been seeing videos of me online, and I'll tell you why today. So I am back on a journey, on a 21-day journey that I want to share with you. I experienced a lot of testimonies and a lot of great feedback and results and stuff like that. Yeah. So the past not the past 21 days as such, but a week before this, I broke my Daniel fast. I embarked on a Daniel fast. I don't know if you guys know what a Daniel fast is, but then I'm going to explain it either. You find a further explanation of what it is in the book of Daniel. When you read through the whole book of Daniel, that's when you actually get to find out what it means, how you do it, and stuff like that. But mainly, you change your whole diet. So you partially fast. You do eat, but you have to be cautious of what you eat. So initially, you eat only fruits and vegetables. So you can't eat oils, you can't eat any other thing. You just need to eat fruits and vegetables. So that's what I did. And I was fortunate enough to be doing it with a very close friend of mine, but I can't mention names. So yeah, in case she tries suing me and making me pay for using her name on my channel. So yeah, we embarked on that journey. For 21 days, we had fruits and vegetables, and yeah, most of our diet, it was fruits. Yeah, it was fruits because veggies. Yeah, but then it was great. It was such a great feeling because throughout the journey, I felt very light. I got to know God more and stuff like that. So I'll tell you the main 3 things about the Daniel fast and how you do it and how you have to do it. And I also share with you various testimonies that I experienced throughout I was doing it. So there's 3 main things. You need to watch your diet. You need to spend a lot of time with God, and also you need to be mindful of your surroundings, where you are, who you're with, what you do, and what you say. So initially, you need to discipline yourself. You need to be very disciplined in order for you to succeed in this whole Daniel fast. So when praying or spending time with God, you're not limited to 3 times, but you need to do it at least 3 times. So I broke down my time into morning sessions, afternoon sessions, evening sessions, and it worked with me very well because in the morning, instead of me waking up, like let's just say my schedule starts at 6, I'd wake up at 5 o'clock and I would have like a Bible session, I'd have a worship session, I'd have a praying session, which took about 30 minutes and stuff like that, and then I'll take notes and note down the revelations I've had as well. So if you're working and stuff like that, you can actually take 5 minutes or 10 minutes, but you just need to make sure that you do spend a lot of time with God, because through that journey you actually get an insight, you get revelation, you get guided in different certain ways, right? So also, besides that, so the first 3 days were really difficult, guys. I love food. I'm a junkie, and like I like nice food. So it was very difficult for me to live on fruits and vegetables and water. Like I couldn't take fizzes, I couldn't take juice. I was just drinking water, guys. I couldn't. And I'm a very outgoing person. I'm always at restaurants and stuff like that. It was really so difficult for me to order anything at a restaurant because I'm always thinking, what's in here? What ingredients did you guys use and stuff like that? But it was all worth it. The first 3 days were difficult, and I was kind of like slacking because I'm one person big on worshiping, but I wasn't so prayerful. Like my prayer life was dwindling. Like it was shaky, but after 3 days, I got used to it, and then I knew that I had certain times that in the morning I pray at such a time, in the afternoon I pray at such a time, and then in the evening I pray at such a time. And as time went on, I actually became more prayerful. I even prayed more than 3 times a day. I spent time with God more than 3 times a day. Guys, I think this is the time you've been waiting for. So it depends how you do your Daniel fast. I believe I was called into it. Like God spoke to me and said, you know what, you need to do this. Like you need to be a part of this, because I've always struggled with fasting a lot. So I'd always fast, but I would cheat and stuff like that. But I feel like this is the only fast I've never cheated. Like for a whole 21 days, I also didn't have caffeine. I'm a caffeine junkie. I love coffee. I live for coffee. Like guys, I live for coffee. But I didn't take coffee because I felt like I depended on God. God is the only thing that actually kept me going, because like it taught me that even if you don't have food, you just need to wake up and go on because God has you, right? So 3 days passed on, and then around about day 7, everything was great. But also the middle part, around about day 15, it actually gets hectic because you're bored with the kind of food that you're eating. Every day you're eating apple, banana, or you're having spinach, you're having carrots, you get tired of those, you now want to eat something different. But because obviously you're dependent on God, you continue and act like you're having a nice time, you know? And then also, yeah, it became easier. Day 15 and stuff, it was quite difficult, but then time went on, it was quite easier, right? So like I told you, it's important to mind what you eat, spend time with God, and actually be very disciplined, and also be mindful of the book of Daniel. Ne? So I'm also going to tell you quite a number of testimonies. Ne? Okay, I for one, it's a Sunday today, and I actually hope you guys are having a beautiful Sunday. So first I'm going to tell you something about today's Sunday, right? First of all, I felt like my pastor was actually speaking about my life directly. So he was talking about how we should exercise faith and stuff like that. He was explaining how his son is not supposed to be at the school he's at because of blah 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 blah, right? I feel like I went through the same thing, guys. Like, okay, like I said, Ella, I'm a graduate, a whole of me, right? So obviously I'm an LLB graduate. After that, I'm like, let me do my master's. Guys, I applied. Hey, you don't know what UJ does to me. I'm sure if you know UJ, you know. Reject, declined, got the last 2 days. And then my application, master's in banking, and I love banking, and I prayed for that master's, like, God, you need to grant me this. And all along my status was admitted, provisionally admitted. How? It's declined, you know? And then I'm like, how njani? And at that time I've started my fast, right? I'm like, but no, this is impossible. I check my emails and everything still says declined, right? Then a friend of mine tells me they called the faculty said if it's declined, there's nothing that can be done and stuff like that. And then you know what I said? Mina, Dingu, God's favorite child. So I say that, I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna call and they're gonna make a way for me. Protocol says this, but they're obviously gonna make a way, right? So I called the faculty. I'm like, hey, like I'm seeing my status declined and what's going on? Like, oh no, space and stuff like that. And then I'm like, oh, there's no way. I need to study. I'm ready to register. And then the lady was just like, oh, it's fine. I'll just fix your application and ensure that you go through. And you know what, ne? Some people may think, because you can negotiate and stuff like that's how you went through. It wasn't that. It was because God was with me, right? He was with me. He gave me strength, and he gave me preference over a lot of people. I mean, if somebody called that very moment and they told them that there's no space, but when I called, they're like, oh, we're actually going to make space for you, you know? That's one of the testimonies. And actually thinking about it, there's something very, 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 very huge happened, right? So my mom and I are very close. So she always sends me allowance money and stuff like that. And then sometimes, okay, she doesn't normally pay for my registration. My dad always does, right? My mom is like the allowance mom, your clothing and stuff like that. So, okay, fine. During that fast, I told my mom, like, hey, I need to register like as soon as possible because you know what, registration is gonna close and the space and stuff like that. My mom does something that she's never done before. She sent me like a lot of money. You know what? That tells you also that Daniel fast brings about financial blessings and increase in everything that you do. No one can say no to you. Like, you know, I glow different, guys, even with you. I'm sure you can see, you can tell. I even feel lighter. And also, I feel that there's a lot of things that I prayed for. Like, I can't name them one by one because some are very, very personal. But like there's a lot of things that I prayed for and God just answered me. You know, I made specific prayers like, God, I want this, please get this done for me, and he would just do it. Like, you know what, this is what I'm doing. I would even tell God, please God, make this person locate me at such a time because of this. People would show up and locate me like randomly. Okay, like it's like God sent me, here I am, use me, you know. And yeah, I'd actually encourage you guys to do it. And besides the spiritual enhancement and stuff like that, the Daniel fast actually makes you lose weight. Like, I didn't lose so much weight, but I know with my friend that I was partnering with, she like lost so much weight. Like, that was the advantage about it. She's also going on a spiritual journey and stuff like that, but with her, she lost weight, she got to know God more and stuff like that. And also, you gain this favor wherever you enter. Everyone's like, hey, you look so nice. And you're thinking, guys, I haven't eaten. Like, I'm eating vegetables. What's nice about that? Like, you know? So, but then overall, it's been a beautiful journey, and like I'm so grateful I did that. But it's like all you need to do, like the first 3 days, you need to be mindful of the kind of things that you eat. And also, I'll warn you one thing about the Daniel fast: it's really difficult for you to go to a restaurant because also you need to use a certain particular oils. You can't take dairy products. You can't take certain things. You need to be very mindful of those things. So it's quite difficult for you to go to restaurants. So I'd advise you, if you decide to go on a journey like that, you need to make sure that everything that. So as I was saying, that you need to ensure that the kind of food that you're going to have during this journey is the kind of food that you've made for yourself. You need to ensure that most meals are made at home, so that you're able to monitor and regulate the kind of ingredients that you use for every meal. And also, I'm going to furthermore share the testimonies that I've experienced after the Daniel fast, as I have shared the ones that have actually happened, but I know there's still more testimonies. But one thing that I'm grateful for, it probably cleaned my system. I was able to detox. I was able to spend more time with God, and I was able to rely so much on God, because there was days where I didn't eat, obviously, your luxury foods and stuff like that. I'd only had veggies and stuff, né? So sometimes you'd get grumpy, but I'd wake up and pray and ask God to make me a happier person when I get to the pub. Because also, remember, the Bible says you're not supposed to be sad during your fast. You're not supposed to be worry, because you shouldn't have draw that attention onto you, whereby everyone is asking you what's wrong, is everything okay. You should be a good cheerer during your fast. You should be giving. You should be happier than thou. You should display a lot of happiness and joy, So thank you so much, guys, for watching my channel. Stay tuned for more videos and more testimonies regarding the Daniel fast. And also, if you want to know anything about the Daniel fast, or you want to ask anything about the Daniel fast, you're welcome to leave a comment on the comment box. For now, subscribe, like, share, comment. Bye.